If you're still relying on the go-to SEO tools like Ahrefs, SEMrush, and Moz, you might be thinking, sure, they're great, but they're getting really expensive without necessarily getting any better. You pay for about 60 features when in reality, most businesses use about 3 to 6. And that cost of, at the minimum, $120 per month can really sting for a small business. In this video, I'm going to show you 5 very light tools that still help me rank in the AI overviews, GPT search, and Perplexity that are all cost together less than $50 a month. And this isn't just fluff or theory. These are tools and strategies that really work. You see, we run a community with over 500 small business owners where we help support and teach them how to rank in this new era of AI search overviews, getting the correct traffic that converts. This stuff really works. Like Tamara, she was ranking 24 for a certain keyword. Now she's in the first page, getting a lot more traffic that is converting for her. Well done, Tamara. Let's get to tool number 1, the most obvious one, ChatGPT. But not just GPT, a specific feature, and that is the projects feature. I think it is one of the most underutilized tools you have access to because it's a contextual conversation that you can have back and forth. Let me give you an example. I've set up a project here for another website, Financial Advisor Pro. And within that, I've given it some project files, some general keyword research about the niche, the ranking keywords of the competitors, a website sitemap, and an overview understanding of the actual business. Now you have a contextually aware AI that can really help you with your SEO. It's like your second SEO brain that can analyze things a lot quicker than you can. At least it analyzes things a lot quicker than I can. For example, I can ask it, well, okay, what are the quick wins that we can do here? It analyzes everything and it can give me some real-time feedback on my specific website. For example, at how much calculators 2 rivals drive hundreds of monthly visits from a retirement calculator in Arizona. You should do the same thing. Great, this is an actionable insight that I can use today. Or tighten your meta titles and descriptions. Your homepage headline reads well, but the meta title is missing the city references while competitors are leading with that first, and that's why they're ranking. It even gives me the example, and it's a data-driven approach, which is a plus. I really, really like this. Number 2 is DataForSEO. Now, you might have heard of me talking about this quite a lot, but I do because it's so cost effective. You can sign up with the link below and get $5 free credit, and that's going to go a very, very long way, particularly if you're a small business. Now, why they are so cost effective is because they don't give you a pretty interface. They kind of just give you the data and say, you figure out how to use it. Thankfully, they have a connection with Google Sheets, which makes things very, very easy. You can download the extension for Sheets. I'll leave it linked below. Once you do that, the Chrome extension will look like this, DataForSEO. You can start and it'll build this entire template for you. You don't have to build it step by step. And the data is right there for you to use, and you can put this data into your GPT project so the project has better contextual understanding. Let's do a quick result here. So you can see that at the bottom, it has all the tabs of the tools or the calls you can make. Let's go suggestion keywords here. I'm going to go and use something new. Like for example, local SEO in the United States, and let's get 200 suggestions for that. I gotta make sure that I selected the same thing here. And that one run, that one call is gonna cost me 0.075 cents. So pretty cost effective in my opinion. And all of a sudden I get all these suggested keywords. Now, you don't just have to get suggested keywords. You can get suggestions for a website. You can get the domain ranking overview, organic traffic estimation, what keywords a website is ranking for. There are hundreds and hundreds of very useful calls that you can create. The good thing about this is that if you don't use it, you don't pay for it. So if you do forget that you've got an account here, you don't have to worry about it. You're not going to get charged for it. And now the cool thing is that you can actually connect DataForSEO to a custom GPT and even Claude desktop. I've done a lot of tutorials about that. I'll leave one link below. If you're using any of those tools, it can be really, really handy. Number 3 is GTmetrix. Now this is the go-to tool to find out why your website might be loading slow. And I know this seems very simple, but it is the first tool that I use when I see a new website. And it is one of the most handy ones that I use. For example, I've done a test on a website that was loading very, very slow. For example, let's test out this website. You put the URL in here and you click analyze. This is going to do its thing, analyze the website and come out with a report that tells you exactly why your website is loading really slow. And slow loading time is not only really important for SEO, but also for your conversion. So it's something that you really should check right away. This is a free tool for a lot of users a month. I don't have to pay for it, even though I run that online community, because of so many free users that I get. I have the report now, which is fantastic. And this website is not too bad. It's got a grade of B. It obviously goes from A, B, C, D to F or even E. But I can see there's some things that we could still improve. Now, if a lot of those things don't make sense because they're a little bit too techy for you to understand, that is okay. There's a quick trick around this. All you got to do is go to share, and you want to download this as a PDF report. The next thing you want to do is go to ChatGPT and ask it, hey, can you simplify this for me? I've even taken it a step further, and I've created a GT metrics report analyzer custom GPT. I'll leave a link below. The whole purpose of this is to translate from techie to these are the things that you actually need to do. Let's give it a go here. I've placed the report. It's going to analyze it, and it's going to give me a breakdown of the exact report, telling me what it actually means. So there's a slow server time, large images and font, unused CSS, here's higher priority, reduced initial server time responses, great. And sure, it tells me what's wrong, but it tells me how to fix it. So choose a faster hosting or upgrade your current plan, use a caching plugin like WP Rocket, W3 Total Cache, you get the idea, right? And it even gives me more step-by-step guides into what I need to do. Perfect, I've got a clear structure now, not just some vague techie word behind what's going on with my website. Number 4 is Make, the automation software. If you have a preference, you can swap this with NA to N, whatever you want. But this is the tool that takes you and turns you into an absolute monster when it comes to being a one-person agency, because you can do so many things and automate the majority of the process. Let me give you an example, right? So I can take a 2-part flow that we teach in our community, and this one takes your blog post, scrapes the content, and then repurpose it appropriately for social media, whether that's LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, you get the idea. So it saves a lot of time for you, and it's very easy to build. It's a click and drag software. For example, that's the RSS feed. I'm even creating an image with flux throughout it, and I'm putting everything into a Google Sheet so I can look at the content beforehand. And then if I accept that content, it'll go to LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, even Pinterest. So it's really, really handy. You can run an entire agency pretty much on autopilot with this one tool. There is a bit of a learning curve for this, but it's a pretty easy click and drag software. With 1 or 2 hours, you should be good to go in the beginning. And the good thing is that you can even connect DataForSEO in this automation, which allows you to enrich those automations with real-time SEO data. Win-win from my perspective. And finally, you need a way to look at all the data to see how you're actually performing. And yeah, there are a lot of fancy reporting tools out there, but I still think that the best one is Looker Studio because it's free, right? So I've created a template here. This is the one that we give our community members, where from one bird's eye perspective, I can quickly take a look at the performance of the website from Google Analytics and then Google Search Console from one bird's eye view. If I look at the Google Analytics report, which is all the on-site performance, I can see what the average total duration is, where the traffic is coming from, the overview of whether it's organic, referral, video, the landing pages where people are getting to right away. This is all data that kind of helps me illustrate, okay, what do I need to do now? I can even know from the countries that are going to my website. I can narrow it down to a region and everything else. Now, I have paid someone to build this template for me. You don't have to. There's a lot of easy, very well formatted plug and play template like this. We just created this one for our community so they can have it. Now, Google Search Console, again, I can see the impressions, the total clicks, and a bunch of different things here. How many ranking keywords all of a sudden I'm ranking for. If I go down, here's really important stuff. The keyword performance. So what is ranking on my website and bringing in the impressions and the traffic. You get the idea. This goes on and on. The good thing is that you can also connect other API connections or other data sets. So if you want to connect Facebook, for example, you can. Now there's an additional cost for things that mostly are outside of the Google network, but those connections are very, very minimal anyway. So from my perspective, the data that I use is the only data that I want. If you're thinking of creating your own template for a dashboard for Google Looker Studio, just think of the data that actually helps you make a decision. Otherwise, don't get the data. A lot of people get this kind of metaphorical hard-on for the more data, the better. And that's not always the case. If you don't use it, don't have it in a report. Now, it's all well and good having the tools, but you need to put them to use. And that is when you need to watch this complete playlist that shows you how to do SEO in 2025. If you watch that and still have any questions, just leave them in the comments below.